Hey everyone, it's Tom.gatley. I just want to go over a remix that I've recently completed for an electronic duo called the Kimonos, and their track is coming out on Natura Viva. They do some very nice electronic music and sounds. Remixing for me is great fun because someone has put a lot of energy and creativity into the original sounds. It gives you the opportunity to take those sounds and kind of put your own spin on it. And I always like to find a starting point from the sounds, and I listen to them all and I think, yeah, I want that one, or maybe not that one. So these are the sounds I found, and yeah, they really stuck out to me as very nice. I mean, 100%. I want to use that in a build-up. So we have that one, and then we have this one here. Already that I knew when I heard that would be the main sound. Finally, we have. So I know that I can create something around that. In the original track, they're used, but they're not the main elements. So I kind of want to bring them to the forefront with this. And when I heard the vocals, we have this.
Can you feel the void, the empty space between you and the rest?
So I wanted to create a sort of theme for this song, and when I hear that, feel the void, or it could be fill the void, I think, okay, well, that'll be the element, and that gives my track a theme to work around. So I changed that. Feel the void.
Feel the void.
I changed it to this.
Feel the void.
So the song is like about filling the void. And yeah, then I just started to work in those elements. So you'll hear it now, and it's a matter of building then. So sometimes, you can start a track from the beginning, but I like to get to kind of the meat of it and work around that. And with this track, it doesn't always happen, but I ended up doing the opening and the ending at the end, just kind of using those build-ups, building it nicely, but making sure that the main sound and the main bit of the track had the right strength to it. So I added this sound there. You can see the filter coming up now. And then adding a lot of reverb, and that's going to build up to the main part. So for me, like the two main things I use, and this is my one kind of tip if I've learned anything over the years that I've done it, is I use two elements on every layer. It's a combination of reverb and EQ. If you get that right, you have a great track. I mean, I know some people like to do the kind of mixing at the very end, or let someone else do it, which is fine. Everyone has their own way, but I like to make sure every sound has its space in the mix already, and just sounds as the best I can make it. Obviously, those things will change later on, but I think getting that done at the start, gives me makes it fun. So I have that sound, and then we have this sound as well. So that's the second build-up, and already, these are amazing parts that were created by the Kimonos. And then we have the third sound, which I used in the first build-up. And so the main sound, which we build up to, so you have this bouncy sort of. I changed the rhythm a bit. That's the original. And added some effects. I EQ'd it, I added effects from Serum, give it a lot of space. A bit of flange, which is one of my favourite sounding and favourite tools, compressor, and that's about it. But I felt like changing the rhythm, and on its own, this really would be the exciting part of the tracks. And it just stands on it by itself. And then I took an element of the bass from the original track, a very nice, strong, driving sound, and the sub. So also from the original track, and I just added this kind of middle bass layer, so you can see here it adds some punch to the low end there, but you can hear it more than the sub bass. I like melodies and I like things to go up and down in the chorus, but here I just felt like it carried the whole way through. But to change it a bit, I added this sound here. So the kick here I've laid in three parts. So I have the high part here, you know, and that gives it that sort of top end bit. The low part was key to give it that sort of heavy sound. That's pretty heavy, you know, and altogether with the bass, on the original there's ducking that goes with the kick. That really all together, that's all you need, you know, with these parts. You have these effects here that are from the original track, and there's a rider which is like this, or some hats which I have later on, and then I even added some claps at the end. So it's like every stage of the chorus you're kind of adding something. So on top of that, I tend to add a nice, well, either a string or a choir sound here. And of course, you need some sort of vocal going on throughout the chorus, even if you don't have the main vocal, which is fine. You know, obviously you have that one fill the void part, but this bit you can hear now. And that's from the original track I just repeated. And then adding to that, this one knob pumper thing, which ducks up and down. I've got serum effects on it, which is a lot of distortion to change the original sound a bit. I added some Valhalla reverb. I did some auto pan, so it's kind of going left to right, but not fully. And we have the original elements in the build-up. I have the snare drum building up, obviously, which is like this. But you just kind of want to build everything, adding some reverb as it builds towards the end of the drop, and like having some rising sounds coming in, as well as the filter, you know, just on everything, just bring that filter up, but also cutting off the low end towards the end so that you're kind of, you know, you're teasing the bass in a way, you know, you're not going straight into it. So for the second chorus, I found this, so I made in Serum, a great tool, this kind of heavy bass sound. I had an original basic shape, which is a square shape, and I mirrored it so that when you hear it, it sounds like this, which gives a really nice heavy sound. And then I just added this sort of sine wave here. Effects-wise, gave it some space with some dimension, added distortion and reverb. And then I've got the Valhalla room reverb, I've got the filter, which is cut off the very low end of it so that it doesn't interfere with the other bass I have going on, which is here. Very sort of low bass, also made in Serum. And then I just sort of brought the filter cut off higher, you know. And I thought, okay, that's a nice element to give for the second half. And, you know, it's all about ideas coming to you and just adding them to the mix. So I listen to it, and you play something and you hear another melody and you're like, oh, what if that worked in there? So I heard one of those sounds and I was like, okay, it might be too much, so I tried it. So this nice sort of melody, just using the mini V, which is, you know, another of my favorite VSTs. It's still kind of subtle. I hope that helps, and I hope you found it interesting. If you're not a music producer, if you have any questions, please write in the comments. I'll be happy to answer.